Hey, everybody. It is Monday, May 2nd, and this is Eric Beans, CEO of HapPhi. I'm going to bring you up to speed on what's happening with the development. And the reason I do this is because a lot of people out there are trying to open software companies and may want an inside behind the scene look of how this works, what's involved, and how to actually structure and launch a successful software company. Most books out there that you'll read will tell you to get out something quickly, an MVP, let the market tell you what you want and build it based on market feedback. I'm going to tell you the opposite. If you don't know what the market needs, you shouldn't open a software company. Just shouldn't. You should tell other people what they need originally and have a pretty damn good idea that it's going to work. And that doesn't mean you have to go write a 500-page business plan, figure out where the market's going. This is going to be a $20 billion market. I mean, all that's bullshit. And everybody knows it's bullshit. Everybody gives you the painted picture how beautiful things are. You just have to have a really good idea and a great way to execute it. So today I got my UI in, and it's the user interface, which includes your UX, which is your user experience, and it's in a click through. So previously, what typically happens when you're developing, you lay out your vision, you lay out all your requirements, which is the most difficult thing for an entrepreneur, is putting in what's in your brain down on paper so that somebody who doesn't even know you in many cases can understand where you're going. And it helps to have some examples of what you want, your color codes. So I actually lay out, these are the colors that I want. This is the layout type of layout that I want. This is how I want this to work with modals. So modals are little pop-ups as opposed to switching back and forth on a bunch of screens. You'll lay it all out in a way where you feel like you're over doing the requirements, and it's painful, detailed work, but it's also fun because you're basically putting your vision down on paper. So your brain starts to run. You start to get good ideas. Sometimes when you go back and look at that, you're going to go, "I've lost my mind. This is a 5-year project. It's going to take $1 million to build." So you got to cut out some of the things that you think are superfluous or that you aren't going to be able to monetize as quickly. Eventually, you send it over, you get your first draft back, and then you go back and forth and say, I like this, I don't like this. No, this is supposed to be up at the top left. Add a button here to be able to invite people. Add a button here to go to the metaverse, whatever the case is, whatever your project is. So I got mine, already got the whole PDF piece, approved it, gave my feedback. Got the clickable version today, had like 2 tiny little edits on it. It is beautiful, and I'm really excited. I've never seen anything quite so pretty in all my life. So I'm really excited. It makes you want to work with the project. It actually makes you want to look at the product and engage in it, which is really the goal. So today we're going to talk about venue-based marketing for bars and restaurants, because a big part of what this is allows you to do some really cool things venue-based, meaning different ways for users to interact with your business. How do you get users to stay at your business, come to your business, spend money at your business, interact with your business in a unique way, and tell their friends about it so that it becomes an interactive thing? So what we've done is patented. You've got an app that allows you to do chat channel work. And one of the things that was built this week is the multi-channel threaded messaging, so that you can mass message people through chat and do it in a BCC way or in an aggregate. So you can have a channel, like Discord. So could replace Discord in terms of functionality, but it has a lot of other functionality Discord does not have. So you've got some of that. You guys, I'm sure, have used WhatsApp. So it's got all the functionality of WhatsApp except for the phone calls internationally. We'll add that eventually. But we've also got channels to be able to integrate with WhatsApp or integrate with Discord. So you can bring all of your apps into one central place, and then a super search function within that'll help you dig through your data and find what you're looking for. So you don't have to go to 6, 7, 8 different apps for different chats. You don't have to go to Facebook, Twitter for your messaging, Instagram to see who's in your DMs, whatever the case is. It can all just be through one place. And then when you're talking about the venue base, so let's say you go to a bar or restaurant, you've got a bunch of TVs, most of them do. You can put up a new TV or use your existing TVs and put the HapPhi app on there as a QR code. your customers will come in, check in, open up their data so they can open up their music selections, what they like with alcohol, food, whatever it is with that they've opened up, and they get rewarded in happy tokens for that. The tokens can be used to push content up to the screens that you have happy activated. So they'd scan the QR code and then play an MP4 up on the screen, or an advertisement, or let's say they're a realtor and they want to show that they're a realtor. Or let's say it's a guy who's sitting there trying to impress, a young lady in a club. He'd pay to be able to get that advertisement up on the screen, and showcase who he is, and sort of flex a little bit. So when he pays, it goes into a smart contract. The NFT is created and generated by the actual push. It's minted. The money that goes in is automatically distributed right to the restaurant and bar, as well as the person who signed up the restaurant and bar. And you've got a money generating way to generate money with the screens and the space that you have, and an interesting and engaging way to get people involved into that actual restaurant and bar. In addition, when they check in, anybody who's on the app can see, maybe they don't show their name, maybe they don't want people to know who they are while they're there, but the venue can say, these are the people that are there, if they've shared that, or this is the average age, this is how many men and women are at this place, this is the type of music being played. So it can display information. So instead of a Yelp where you have people that are complaining about your venue or your food or whatever the case is, this is just showing the activity that's happening so that people can get in and actually engage with your venue on a whole different place. If you're putting on a good party, people are going to be able to see it. And then they're going to come and be able to open up their actual data to you so that your DJs can pick the right music, so your chefs can pick the right food, so that you can sell the right liquor. All that sort of stuff will actually be provided to the venue to make better business decisions, to have happier clientele. The longer you keep the clientele, the more money you make. And while they're there, they can push up their product, your songs, music, whatever, or if you allow it, you might have your own music, but your commercials, whatever the case is, directly to a screen. Now, here's the cool part. At night, you close, right? At every club, restaurant closes at some point. You can take the screens, point them towards the TV, keep them on, put the Happy app on. It's going to bounce around with a QR code. And now, while you're closed, you can generate revenue from people that are in the area that see it and want to play what they have right then and there, or people that are sitting at home and going, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pump the block with this right now because I know my friends are down there. This is the hot time for people to be there. They can actually order their advertisements to be played on your screens that are facing the street while you're not even there. So this is a great way for bars and restaurants to monetize their screen space without spending another penny, make money, engage with people, and provide a really unique way to get people tied into your location, as well as get the data from the people to make better decisions on music, food, liquor, beer, whatever it is, so that you can run a restaurant that's more profitable and more suited towards the actual likes of the people that are there at that time, which will change. So as people come in, the algorithm will automatically know and let you know the new information. So if you have a group of 30 come in that are country fans, you play country, they leave, and all of a sudden your house music people come in, or your hip hop people come in. You now get that data as well, and it gives you a way to go ahead and keep those customers there longer. If you can keep each customer there for one more drink, you're going to do real well. Sometimes that's a difference between success and failure, and then you make that extra money when you're not even open, and that's a beautiful thing. So HapPhi is doing some awesome things for venue-based advertising for bars and clubs, not only in the real world, but also in the metaverse. So you'll be able to do the same thing with your metaverse locations, bars and restaurants and clubs that are in the digital world, only you'll be putting them up as an NFT and be able to have people go by and buy those ads directly through the HapPhi app. So we've got some cool things coming. I like to keep these at about 10 minutes. For anybody that's watching this, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Let anyone know who you think would be interested, because this is going to be a tool that's dedicated towards making anyone who's listening here, there's going to be a bunch of streams of income that are going to come from HapPhi. It's not going to be a product that's going to, quote, cost you money. If you play your cards right, you're going to have a ton of residual income from using this product. I built it to make my friends very wealthy and a lot of companies wealthy. But could be anybody that's listening to this that might say, hey, I want to be an entrepreneur, but I don't want to spend $1 million building a product. Let me take this thing, white label it, and run it. That's what we're doing, baby. So everybody, I hope everybody has a great night. I'll keep you updated on where we're going with this. Be happy, and we'll talk again tomorrow.